All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy New Year's to you all. This is January 3rd. Is it the 3rd? The 2nd.
Second.
The 2nd. 2 days into the new year, 2026. Here we go. This is the Workforce Resilience Initiative. So we're here doing accessory workouts for the working professionals. We're so happy to have you join. This is my third installment of it. We're going to be covering the low back. And once again, if you have not seen the previous two, my name is Henry Saldana of Saldana Physical Therapy and Wellness, and my mission is to help you guys out, the workforce, the people that take care of everybody. And this could be dental professionals, this could be teachers, it could be lawyers, paralegals, anybody who does repetitive tasks, desk workers, barbers, everybody. So if you do repetitive tasks and you have work-related pain, or it's kind of building up over time, you're not sure what to do, this is a really good space to start. It's nice and everything's modifiable. We're going to make it as inclusive as possible. But if you have any further questions, let's do a one-on-one and chat. So you can contact me in the information below in the description. But we'll get right to it. So these are accessory workouts. This isn't like a bench press or a squat, but we're going to get into some of these things, build some endurance, build some mobility and motor control in the movements that we need to be doing. So this will really help the people who are stuck sitting at a desk all day or standing all day, or even twisted like this with those dentists and oral surgeons and the people that have to bend over. So we're going to get after it today. If you have any questions, type them in there. We will be going over frequently asked questions at the end. So stay tuned. Okay, here we go. We got 30 minutes. So what we're going to be doing first today is the cat-cow. So come on down to the floor with me. The previous two editions have showed, let's try and get a mat going, if you don't mind, or you can just go on the floor of your office or the gym, wherever you're at. So what we'll be doing is a cat-cow with a tail wag. So a cat-cow, you have to start on your hands and knees. I'll show you sideways so you can see. Imagine the middle part of your back, a string on it. It's going to pull you straight up, and then it's going to push you straight down. That's a cat-cow. So go ahead and do this with me. Bring the middle part of your back up and smooth back down. So we're arching our back as we go into this cow, and we're bringing a hump in our back going upwards towards the sky with these cat-cows. So where the tail wag comes in with this is we're going to do a cat-cow, and then we're going to twist side to side like we're wagging our tail. So bring the top part of your spine up towards the sky, nice and smooth, arch your back down, and then hips to one side, hips to the other side. So we're going to try anywhere from about 8 to 10 of these, get the body moving and warmed up for the rest of the mobility. So up, down, side, side. And now I'll do it from a different angle. Cat, cow, tail wag, side, the other side. Up, down, side, side. Since this is technically 4 exercises in one, I might bring it down to about 6 or 8 reps, but feel free if you want to do a little bit more, go ahead and do more. Up, down, side, side. Okay, so we're going to shake it out a little bit. I'm going to have us do one more set of that, but you kind of get the idea. We're getting the spine moving, getting things lubricated, getting some blood flowing going in there. The biggest piece of this puzzle is we need to keep moving. So if you're working hard, grinding at work, if you're sitting down for more than 60, 90, 120 minutes, 1, 2, or 3 hours, we need to get your body moving, create a break, and get to these. Here's our second set. Cat, cow, tail wag, tail wag. If it does start to hurt a little bit or you get a little achy, just don't go as far. You can go a little slower, or you could decrease the amount of repetitions that you do. Everything is modifiable. We want you to feel good. Take inventory of how you feel before you get into this, and then we'll see how you feel after it's all done. Okay, now let's go to the next one. So what we're going to be doing now is stay on the ground, hands and knees. Feel free, get a pillow or a jacket if you don't have anything. This will help kind of soften it for your knees. We're going to do a child's pose pump. So it's kind of a yoga move, but we're going to be going. So this one, we're going to want to spread our knees a little bit wider, go in the hands and knees position, bring our bottom back towards our heels, and then we're relaxing our upper body and our neck. Have it relax down for a second or two, and then we can come back up. Down, and then up. Don't let your head stay up the whole time because that's going to just strain our neck. Let it come all the way down and breathe throughout. In through the nose, out the mouth. There's no specific cadence to breathing. We're just breathing your normal breath. Let that low back relax. And we're just dynamically stretching it. We're moving while we stretch. Give those arms a little wiggle if they get tense. And then smooth back up. We'll do just a few more. And then up. Okay, shake it out a little bit. You brought a bottle of water. Go ahead, take a drink. So this is going to help decompress your spine a little bit. It's going to help relax some of those muscles that might have been tense trying to hold you up. They don't need to be tense all day. That's why we want to move off every 30 minutes, every 60 minutes. It doesn't have to take a long time. Just get your body to move, reset, and then you can get back to it, whatever you're doing, skill work, repetitive work, computer stuff, all like that. So, all right, let's do our second set. Bring our knees a little bit wider. Back down into a child's pose. Really lean back into your heels. Feel that stretch in the low back. And it's okay if you don't feel it. You might feel it more in the arms or the back. Wherever your body needs it, we're going to get out of here. Remember, as you go down, relax that neck. Let it go all the way down to the ground. Just two more. Okay. Did you notice yourself holding your breath? Keep working on it. It'll take some time to get that breathing down, but as soon as we get it, it'll be very automatic and smooth for you. So we're going to do the last one. Stay on your hands and knees. We're going to really stretch these hips. So if you have some tight pants or jeans, only go as far as you can go so we don't damage or rip those. But I brought some stretchy shorts today. Feel free to change into some stretchy pants or stretchy shorts that you have. So what we're going to be doing, it's called a hip 90-90 switch. We're going to make a 90-degree angle in our knees. So one knee goes 90 degrees, the other knee goes 90 degrees facing the other direction. I'll show you the basic one first. So try it with me. Your hands can stay down. We're going to switch both of those knees like a windshield wiper. So we're going to switch them to the other side and then try and bring that top knee down to the ground. And then we'll hold it for a second and then we'll switch back. So If you want to bring that foot up, go ahead and bring that foot up. This ankle one, that'll help kind of stretch it a little bit. Now, if you want to make it a little harder, you can try it without your hands. So this, now we're using our core muscles to stretch and teach it how to move and relax. So we're going back and forth. If you're not feeling it as much, feel free to take a little bow at the end towards the leg that's down. Go down, and then we can come up and then switch. So I'm showing you a lot of different options. And as you can see, I kind of move as I'm getting the repetitions going. So recenter yourself if you need, and then we can go back and forth. If you feel like your low back is going to cramp on you, just don't go as far, or you can hold on that ground and help guide you. Okay, whew. Take a little bit of a break. This one's, if you haven't done this one before, you might not be able to go all the way. That's okay, but harder is not better. So go nice and smooth with these. And if this is your first time doing it, go easy on yourself. Try half the repetitions or 3/4 of them. See how you feel tonight and tomorrow. You might feel some soreness if you're not used to it. That's okay. But at least we're not lifting super heavy weights. So I don't expect you to need a full day of rest in between. It might just be sore because it hasn't moved your hip joint in that socket as much as you normally do. So we want to try and get not only the mobility moving, so let's start again, but we also want to get the muscles to be able to keep it in that new position, in that new stretch position that we're trying to achieve. So that just means we want control. We can stretch to get more range of motion, and now we're working on controlling it using our muscles. So once again, if you need to put your hands down, put them down, nice and smooth. And if you want a little extra, do a little bow at the end, and then smooth up. It is quite normal to feel all in your gluteals, your deep hip, your groin, everywhere in those hips, and maybe even the low back if you do a bow at the end of those. We'll just do one more, then we'll move on to our next exercise. Okay, nice deep breath in. Out the mouth, blowing out the candles. Okay, so the next one is we're going to stay seated in this position. So what we're going to try and do is work on the sciatic nerve in that low back, and as it goes into the back of your legs down into your feet. So you may have heard the term sciatica. Don't worry about aggravating it. We're only going to go as far as you're comfortable going, and we don't want any pain with this exercise. So what we're going to try is straighten out those knees if you can, and if you could do this without it hurting too much, this is what our starting position will be. So we'll start off with just one dimension, and then I'll add layers. So you can hold on. It won't make it a whole lot better if you don't hold on. So hold on if you need, and we're just going to do the gas pedal, and then bring your toes towards you. So these are called ankle pumps. This is a really good way to start. So nice and smooth forward, nice and smooth back. Now, if you want to add a little bit more dimension to this, what we're going to be doing is doing a side bend with our neck as well as an arm raise. So hold on to one side if you need. So as you go down, we can side bend and lean, and then come up. So we'll do 4 of these on each side. Now switch hands. Now, if you're okay with just doing the ankle pumps, that's okay. Only go as far as you're comfortable going without pain. All right. Whew. Take a little bit of a break. That one can be intense, or it could just be a nice regular stretch. But if it is intense, go a little easier, do less reps, don't go as far as a bend, or don't push the gas pedal to the metal as deep as you want to go. Okay, let's do our second set. Here we go. So legs relaxed straight ahead. We're going to do feet pedal to the metal. I'll just show the regular ones first. And you can add a little bit of head nod with the more basic one if you'd like. This is really stretching that nervous system. Now here's our second dimension. Now we'll switch sides. Okay, whew. Take a deep breath, get another drink if you need. We'll slowly transition into the next one. So this one, you can either use your open area, or if you need a wall to help with some support, definitely use a wall or a cabinet, whatever you have near. So what we're going to be doing is pretty much going into a squat, but we're just going to try and let our body weight open up those hips a little bit. So this might be pretty intense for some people. That's okay. This is what we're working on, and we can use the wall, we can use a chair, whatever is stable that can help make it not as intense. So this one is called just resting into a squat. So here's my wall. So this isn't a wall squat. We're not doing this for a strength exercise. We're doing this to stretch and open up those hips. So I'm going to have us go, like, have those legs wide. Use the back of the wall if you need. We're just going to go down, and all I'm doing is sticking my bottom out. But what we're going to try and achieve is a squat like this. So I'm not using my muscles to hold up. It's just resting on my ligaments and my joints. So use the wall if you need. We're going to have the knees wide, so I can lean my bottom up against the wall, and really, really hard, we're going to try and keep that chest up and out. So if the back muscles are a little bit tired, they're having a hard time, wiggle it out. We're just going to hold this. We're going to work on the deep breathing, expand the ribs, and then blow out the candles. Whew. If this is already pretty tough, come on out of it, shake it out a little bit. We're going to try this about 2 or 3 sets. I'm going to show you the more advanced version of this. So we go into our squat hold, and the more advanced version is twisting our body up towards the sky. So you can rest your elbows on your knees. We're going to twist up towards the sky. Smooth, relax. Up towards the sky. We can alternate legs or arms. And I'll try about anywhere from 3 to 5 on each side. So this is 3, 3, 4. Keep that chest out. Don't let that back round on you. 1 more on each side. Shake it out if you need. This one's pretty tough. Okay, come on out of it. Whew. That was a good one. So we're really trying opening up those hips so you can sit, stand, pretty much engage those muscles and use those joints a little bit easier, so all those muscles aren't tight trying to hold you in. Okay, if you're only able to hold it for a few seconds, that's okay. I'm going to give us 1 more opportunity to get into it. And then for the people who want a little extra, do about 3 or 4 more of these twists. So I'm not trying to squat and hold it. I'm just letting all my body weight rest. Or if you don't want to use the wall, it looks like this. Okay, whew. Shake it out a little bit, stand up, wiggle out those legs if you need. So the next one we're going to do, we're going to go down to the ground again. We're going to use that mat that we invested in, and if you need to, keep it in your car, whether you're going to be doing some of this stuff at the gym, at home, or at the office. It's there for you, and it'll help make your experience a lot more comfortable and not so much pressure on your knees. So the next one is a side plank. So there's a few different ways to do this. I'll show you sideways and straight ahead. So the easier version of the side plank is having your knees bent, and we're raising your hips up and trying to straighten your spine. So you can have your hand on the ground with your elbow, and we're just going to hold it. We're going to work on breathing through our nose and blowing out the mouth. We could try this anywhere from about 10 to 20 seconds, whatever your body allows us to do. Okay, now let's switch to the other side. So I'm just doing this, so I'm facing the camera, but you can just flip over to the other side if you need. So that was the more basic one. Here's the more advanced side plank hold that we can do. So keeping that belly button muscle in, now we can hold it out this direction with our legs straight and our pressure on that bottom side of your foot. The top arm can just rest on your hip, and we're making sure that those shoulders are nice and stacked over one or the other. So we don't want it angled out like this. This is a little bit too much pressure on my shoulder. We want it nice and straight up towards the sky. Okay, take a break. So that was one set on each side. So now we're going to try that one more time on each side. So if that's already really good for you, just keep up with that. I'm going to show you, just for the people who want 2 gold stars today, this one, we're going to do a side plank. We're going to raise this leg up, and then it's kind of like a side crunch, like an oblique crunch. We're going to come in like this, come out, and then we'll do a rotation through this little hole that we're creating with the plank. So it ends with a twist, and then we come back to the side crunch. So this is the hardest version, but feel free to do it on your knees or your ankles. So we do a side crunch, that arm through here and back up. Side crunch and pull through. Now, for the people who can only do this, that's okay. So come up like this, raise that leg up, twist through. Okay, now let's switch to the other side. So now that we kind of found what works best for you, you can do this once every day or once every other day to help with that core strength and mobility. So I'll start off with the modified oblique crunch with the twist. Now, meanwhile, if you're still at just holding the side plank, that's okay. That's where we're starting off with. I don't want to make you feel like you're weak compared to others. It's just everybody has a different starting point. And I want to make sure that you who are watching this can find a good, comfortable starting point and not feel like you have to compete with other people. Just a few more of these. Okay, whew, take a little break now. That one was a lot harder. So we're getting towards the end of our workout here. We still have a few others left, but I do want to keep a minute or two at the end just to wrap things up and ask if there's any questions in the group. So the next one that we have is a dead bug. So this is a basic, but it's a really, really good basic one. And there's different ways to make it harder. This one, we're going to work on that core activation, which we can use with everything. So this one, I'll just mess with the mic. Here we go. So this one, the whole goal of this is to try and not use the abdominal muscles that form the six-pack, but the deeper ones. So we're gonna try and draw your belly button muscle in. So draw it in, and it's almost like you're slightly pushing your low back into the ground. So you don't have to do this. We're just drawing in and tightening up that muscle just underneath. So once you have that, the starting point, and this is hard, we're going to keep that core engaged. We're going to bring both of the legs up, and we're just going to extend one leg, keep it bent, tap it, and then opposite. Tap. So this is tough. This is a hard starting point. If this is a little too hard for you, just work on holding it and breathing. And yes, you can breathe while still engaging that core muscle. We don't want you to tighten or hold your breath. That's not what we want, but it could take some time to learn how to successfully do this. In through the nose, out the mouth. Okay, take a little bit of a break. So on this next one, our second set, I'm going to show you the more intermediate or more advanced way to do this. So all I'm going to add is the arms up. So with our legs up, we'll just be using the opposite arm and opposite leg to extend on both ways, come back up, and then we can do the other side. So now with both arm and leg, here's what it looks like. So if you're ready, let's get started. So legs up, engage the core, opposite arm, opposite leg. And now alternate. Make sure I keep that back straight. We don't want that back to bend like this. This is not engaged. This is just leaning on your ligaments. So keep going, keep that back flat. So if this is a little bit too hard, everything we can modify with just keeping the legs down, engaging the core, and starting with the arms. And if that's just a little too easy, you can still extend one leg at a time. So go ahead and take a break, guys. This is another version. So if you have a hard time holding those legs up, keep the leg down as even with your kick out. So the most basic is engaging the core and moving the arms. Second degree is kicking out the leg. And then the third degree is using both of those at the same time. I'm getting backwards. And then the hardest is keeping those knees up while you try it. Okay, so that concludes our workout for today. So we went through a whole bunch. Give your body some grace with this. This could be really easy to you. Awesome. There are ways we can modify and make things harder for you. Or this might have been really hard. That's okay too. What we need to know is a competent starting point that will make you feel better, and we can progress you after that. The worst thing we could do is just punish your body with exercises you're not ready for, and then you don't ever want to do that again, and then you're like, this guy's an idiot. He doesn't know how to do anything. We need to meet you in the middle. But you also need to try these and figure out what works best for your body. If you guys need any more one-on-one questions or anything like that, let me know. I have my phone number and email in the description. We can do it, hop on a discovery call to see if one-on-one training is better for you. Or if you like these workouts, we can set you up with my 12-week Working Professional Action Program. So 12 weeks of workouts like this that are attainable, time sensitive. So if you don't have a lot of time, it's perfect for you. and it's very competitive. It's something so valuable that the insurance doesn't want to pay. So now we're ready for our frequently asked questions. Okay.
Should I only do these or should I add them to my already existing exercises that I do?
So the question is, should I only do these exercises in this workout, or should I add them to what I'm already doing? So it just depends. If you're doing really well, you're strength training, this is a really good accessory workout for you. Most of the time, just getting to the gym is hard enough. It's hard enough to get those heavy squats in, the deadlifts, the pull-ups, the bench press, all that. This will only help you while you're doing your repetitive tasks, whether it's sitting in a chair, doing skilled movements, such as a hairstylist, or even being a teacher where you're up, you're engaged, you're pointing, you're bending over to help students. So if you can only do this workout, do it. But otherwise, this is in addition or accessory to your normal workouts.
How often?
How often? Oh, the question is, how often should I be doing this? Well, this is light enough that you can do this every day. We need to listen to our body. If you press too hard on these twists, or if you start off on something that's a little bit too hard, like that dead bug we just did, and you did a progression, and then your back is super, super sore, fine, give it a day. But otherwise, we're not training with any heavy weights. There's no, we're not doing that micro damage that we do with lifting heavy weights, and we don't need that 2 or 3 days in between. So you could do it every day, but modify the reps, the sets, and the speed that you do it to help you feel better the next day.
Kind of just answered it. What should I do if I start feeling pain? Is it okay to do if I already have pain?
Okay, so the question, it was a two-part question. What if I already have pain, and what do I do if I start to feel pain with this? So like I said before, modify things. That's your first line of defense, and you don't need an expert to tell you that. Modify the range of motion, how many sets you do, how many repetitions, and how fast you do it. So slower is a little bit more controlled and better. Faster works a different training program, but that's for something a little bit more complex and a little bit harder. Now, if you already have pain, yes, this is a good place to start. And we're going to want to modify things based on your pain. But everybody's different. I would highly suggest getting an individualized one-on-one physical therapy evaluation. So that's a full 60 to 90 minutes one-on-one to try and do tests and measures and figure out what's going on with your body, what's the root cause. This is a program based on many, many, many patients that I've seen throughout the years and can really help them out. But if we really want to get ahead of it and be a lot more scientific, get the evaluation first, and then they'll give you a more detailed approach to your plan of care. Okay, there's no other questions? All right. So if you do have any, but you don't want to ask now, that's okay. Reach out to me. I want to connect with you. I want to chat with you, or I can give you a video response back, whatever is most feasible for you. So thank you so much for taking the time and being here with me and doing these workouts. Tell your friends, tell your family. I want to help them out. I want to help you out. So I'm here for you. Happy New Year's to you all. Have a great weekend.